Closed captioning is brought to you in part by Raven Reads. Unbox Indigenous voices. Subscribe today at ravenreads.org.
Close-Up. I'm your host, Sharen Skelly, and today's show is all about scarecrows and the Meaford Scarecrow Invasion and Family Festival and Parade and Pie contests and all sorts of things. And our guest today is Sherman Wood. Welcome, Sherman.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Sherman is a member of the committee that does all the organizing for this huge festival that is supposed to happen every year, but it hasn't happened, I believe, for the last 2 years. Am I correct?
That's correct. Yes.
So did the area do anything for the Scarecrow Festival for the last 2 years, or there was just nothing?
There was just nothing. And I'm a freshman with the committee because I just joined this year. We just moved to Meaford about a year and a half ago, and I wanted to volunteer, and I love working with the community, so I joined the Scarecrow Committee.
Well, I'm sure they're happy to have you because you're really not new to volunteerism and working with the community. I understand you were a volunteer in the previous community that you lived in.
That's correct. I did a lot of volunteering.
Yes. So you understand what's involved.
Yes.
And I guess this year it's actually quite special because it's the 25th anniversary.
That's right. It's the silver anniversary of the Scarecrow Invasion.
It's hard to believe because 25 years is a long time, but you know, it seems like just yesterday that they started this tradition, and people have gotten used to, you know, let's go to the parade, let's go see the scarecrows, and they just expect to have it every year. And the last 2 years, they've really missed all of the festivities. So they're really looking forward to this year, and it's going to be extra special.
That's for sure. The people that I talked to downtown, they're all gung-ho to get involved and get their houses and businesses all just decorated up with scarecrows.
Yeah, I know that it's really exciting. I'm in Owen Sound, and people are all talking about it and looking forward to going over to Meaford, seeing the scarecrows everywhere, really, and just experiencing it once again, getting out and seeing everyone. It's been a lovely summer, but it's sort of the introduction to autumn. And
Yes.
that they just truly, really enjoy it. And they really do appreciate the work that goes into it because it doesn't just happen overnight. We know from people being on shows like this that a lot of work goes into this festival and all the things that people get to enjoy.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about, well, actually, first of all, something I'm really excited to hear. What's the theme?
The theme this year is celebrating the 25th anniversary of the business or the Scarecrow Invasion. What happened?
Everything looks good.
Okay.
So how would they do that? How would you?
Well, I'm the chair of the business display competition, and we've asked all the businesses to go back in the past years and try to remember what they decorated their businesses back within the past 25 years. And the Scarecrow Invasion Decorating Committee is also doing that along the streets of Meaford and bringing back some of the older scarecrows like Kiss, the rock band, Terry Fox. Who else was there? Darth Vader, and yesteryear's themes.
A little bit of nostalgia.
Yes, exactly.
And that'll be nice for the children to see because some of the things they may not even know about. So they'll learn a little bit of history too.
Well, that's right. That's right. And they'll say, "Who's that?" And who's that supposed to be? And they learn from it. So,
Oh, I
so
love
it's
that.
great.
I think that's a really good idea. How do people come up with the themes for the festival? Is it a round table discussion, or does somebody say, no, I think it's going to be, they rule by the fist. This is going to be what I say we're going to do. How do you come up
Well,
with the ideas?
well, this year it was fairly easy because of the 25th anniversary. But the past years, it was like you say, it was a round table decision. We would sit down and decide on what the theme would be, like the Wizard of Oz or uh, rock bands of the past or something like that, to bring some entertainment into the scarecrows.
Right.
So
Make them
yeah,
fun. Now,
yes.
now I know this is new for you, although you've been over to the festival. Can you tell people, the viewers, a little bit about what goes into the scarecrows? Because as I said, it's not just something that happens, in a couple of weeks. There's a lot of work goes into creating these scarecrows. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we look for donations for clothing, and then we spend. That's been about a month and a half decorating, packing the bags for the body parts and their heads, and coloring the faces on. And then the last week of decorating the scarecrows, we dress them up, and there's a wide range of volunteers that come out and decorate all the 300 scarecrows that we did this year.
Yes,
And
I think I remember you had workshops on how to build a scarecrow.
correct, yes. Everybody got a lesson from the members that have been on the committee for a long time, and we all followed her rules, and we put them together. We put the arms on one week, the legs on the next, and then we had volunteers that would draw their different faces on each of the scarecrows. And then once it comes to decorating, all the clothes that were donated, you'd pick and choose what you think would look best on that scarecrow, and you'd put a hat on them, and it was great. Or you'd think of a theme too, like some people wanting to go to a concert, so you'd have a singer with a microphone, or a lady that has real fancy dress on, and she looked like a singer that would be in concert.
All right. Now, I understand too, it's all ages. So it could be children, it could be high school students, college students, right up to seniors.
Yes.
Everybody working together. So it's something that can keep everybody working together.
Yeah, that's right. And we had the local school kids before school ended in the end of June. And we had a number of classes that came down every day at the workshops, and they were enjoying themselves. And though I remember the one day we did quite a few scarecrows. We put them together thanks to the help of the youth from the school.
Yes, which goes to show you that when you're really interested in something, it can really motivate you to work hard.
That's right, yes.
And it's fun. And
Yeah.
it teaches them about community spirit and volunteerism, and that's something that they can carry with them.
That's right. And I think they enjoyed watching the older ones put them together. So
yeah, so it's really something that they can enjoy. Now, another thing, I guess that I'd like to know, where can you find these scarecrows?
as of right now, once the decorating of the streets started last Tuesday on the 6th of September, and they're all down the whole main street, right from the east side of town, right to the west side of town. And then along the harbor, they've decorated the lamppost, but as of right now, there isn't any scarecrows. It's just corn stalks and fall decorations. But yeah, they're hanging from the lampposts. They're sitting in the chairs. There's a group at the corner of one of Collingwood Street and Sykes Street, and there it looks like they're having a hoedown. There's dancers, there's people sitting at a table, there's ones hugging each other. It's a real. There's been a lot of people standing there trying to figure out exactly what they're all doing.
Now, who puts them up? Like, I mean, that's not an easy chore, putting them up really high. Who does that?
That's the municipality of Meaford's works department. They go up in the big trucks and hang them up off on the poles, but then the other volunteers do the stuff that's on where your feet hit the ground, and they decorate the bottom of the poles or the benches that are on the streets and garbage cans and whatever. So,
well, that's great, and really, the festival brings a lot of people to the area. So it is not only just fun, it does bring money to the area because people come and shop and spend money at the coffee shops and, things like that. So yes, it's worth it to go up the street light pole and hang up a scarecrow because, in the end, it does help financially too. So, you got to think dollars and cents too. So it's great though to hear. Yes. Just one other question. Do you know the story behind how this even got started?
Yes, it was a gentleman. I'm sorry, I may get his last name wrong, but it was George Panotnik. And he had the thought of starting up something to bring the people into Meaford. And he thought of a scarecrow invasion. It started out small, what I've been told. And then once the volunteers and residents heard about it, the committee got bigger, the volunteer numbers grew larger, and it's great. There's got to be 300 volunteers that come out and help decorate and make the scarecrows, and even volunteer to just hang the corn stalks on the poles. It's great, or bring the corn out of the fields too. So
yes, and just from other years when I've done these interviews, well, thank you to George. If George is still around, or I don't know how old George would be.
No, I don't know how old George is. They did the very first scarecrow that the Meaford Scarecrow Invasion Committee had. George sits down in the museum here in Meaford, and I've been taking George out to the different stores in Meaford here and introducing George to the owners or the people in the store to get people to come in and visit the stores and see what Meaford's all about.
Quite a feat to have this festival, and it really does a whole lot to validate the community and say, yes, look at what we've done. And in saying so, it has won an award has won awards, the festival has, and it is named as one of the top festivals in the province, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct. I'm trying to remember what year that was. I think was it 2017? I may be wrong, but it wasn't too far back that they and then there was a couple of committee members also won awards because of that. So,
yes, so kudos to them, and kudos to the community for all their hard work.
That's for sure.
Really, when you go there, you have a smile on your face and you just say, I love it. It really is a great festival. So speaking of the festival, when does it start?
The festival starts on September 30th at 6:30 and goes until 9. It's down at the Meaford Harbor Pavilion, and there's all kinds of games and air castles for the kids, and there's hamburgers and hot dogs for sale and apple pie from the apple pie contest.
I didn't get part of that. I think I had a connection problem. So can you just repeat that?
Well, it's that on September 30th at the Meaford Harbor Pavilion. It starts at 6:30 until 9 o'clock. There's air bounce castles and entertainment with the kids, for the kids and adults. And then there's also hamburgers and hot dogs, and then the apple pie slices that are made from the apple pies from the apple pie contest will be for sale too during the night.
So that apple pie contest that is so famous. Now, you can enter that. Is it too late to submit your name to enter that contest?
No, it isn't. The contest is open until the 19th of September. And it's restricted to the residents of the municipality of Meaford. That's
okay. That's the only. And there's different. If you want to get information on that, you have a website, and it's the Meaford Scarecrow Festival and Invasion, right?
Actually, it's scarecrowinvasion.ca.
Okay.
And if you go to their Facebook page, it's Meaford Scarecrow Invasion.
Okay. And there's different categories. There's young people. There's 13. I forget how old it is. 13 and younger.
12 and under. And yes, there's the traditional pie, that's for the adults, and then there's the young for the youth, and there's 3 winners per categories, but there's one special category for the youth, and that's for the best decorated.
Okay.
Pie too. So
right. And so they can enter that. Then you have who's doing the judging? Do you know?
For the scarecrows or for the
pies?
I know there's one judge, and that's J.D. Moffat. I'm not too sure who the other 2 judges are.
I think he does that. I think he does that every year just so he can eat the pie.
I think that's the correct answer. Yes.
Because every time I go there, he seems to be judge, and there's I think a direct correlation. He likes to eat apple pies, so he volunteers to judge or something like that. But he's lucky anyway, because I'm sure those pies look fantastic. So there's apple pie contest. So they judge the scarecrows, but they also judge the displays in the windows.
Yes. There's 3 categories for the display time. It's the indoors, the window, and the outdoor displays.
Oh, right, yes. I forgot about that one. I mean, they're all so lovely. How do you even decide? I mean, that would be hard. I wouldn't want to be a judge.
No. We have 3 good judges this year for the window display, and I had a meeting with them yesterday, and they were quite excited about getting out there and looking at all the different displays.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to get to go look at them all, but I wouldn't want to have to say, oh, this one's number 1, because they're all so nice.
That's so true. That's so
I would
true.
like to judge the pies, though.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but I think I wouldn't want them to know I was a judge, because then they'd know who said that I didn't win. So
that's correct.
We all know J.D. Moffat's a judge, so he's the one that's saying you didn't win.
Yeah.
And okay, so then there's the parade. When is the parade?
The parade is at 6:00 on the 30th, and we have the OPP ceremony members coming to begin the parade, and we're looking for people to enter their floats, their animals, their kids. We have the Scarecrow Invasion kazoo band that will be playing during the parade. And yes, I've never seen the parade myself, but they say the streets are just lined up.
It's a wonderful parade, and everybody has fun. It's the perfect time of year for a parade. I mean, it's not too hot, it's not too cold. Everybody's happy. It's just a fun parade.
Yes.
Now you can enter how do you do that? Where do you go to look for the information about that?
Well, if you either go to the Facebook page or go to the website, and any information about any of the contests or entering the parade, there's the entry forms available on those sites.
Now, you mentioned that you had to be a resident of the township of Meaford to be enter the the pie contest.
Yes.
Be a resident of Meaford to be in the parade.
No,
Okay.
no. I haven't seen any rules there of you can be an outsider to come in and join it. So, well, the OPP, I'm sure they're all outsiders. So.
Yeah. My father-in-law, he's rest his soul. He was one of the corporals of the Meaford OPP before he retired, and they were. Yes, and they loved Meaford. They loved the Scarecrow invasion, and it was a really good time. And now, do they have the craft fair too that weekend?
No, it's the following weekend.
It's not included in this.
No.
So
no.
this is all on Saturday or Friday?
Friday the 30th.
Okay, so then is there anything Saturday?
No, there isn't. It's just the one day. Yeah.
Okay, so it's all done on the Friday.
Yes.
Is Friday, do you know, or is it a PD day for the kids?
No, it's the 23rd is the PD day. The 30th is the Truth and Reconciliation Day.
Oh, okay.
So we have an MC, Tyler Boyle. He's coming to open up the festival or the Scarecrow Invasion, and he'll do his speech about the Truth and Reconciliation, and he'll be also announcing the winners of the business display contest, and the auction for the apple pies contest will start at 7:15 that night too.
Very good. I'm glad that you've integrated the Truth and Reconciliation into the day. That's wonderful. I mean, it's perfect. So it's really going to be a great day. It's one day with a whole lot of work involved. How many volunteers do you think you have this year?
The numbers I've heard is around 300. Wow. It's amazing. The first time I went to the first workshop, it just seemed like the people never seemed to end to come to help put the scarecrows together. It's wonderful.
Do you need any more volunteers?
We're always looking for volunteers. There'll be some more setup, and there'll be some more parade marshaling that'll have to be done. And if you go on to, like I said, if you go onto the website or the Facebook page, you can find out where you can, or even contact me. I will find out where people is needed, and I can find you a spot to volunteer in.
Okay, so do they need any monetary donations or anything of that sort?
Yes, it's always nice to get a few donations to help for next year's event too.
For next year?
Yes, because we're already thinking of next year.
Okay, so if people wanted to do that, where would how could they do that?
Just send it to Donna Earl here in Meaford. Her name's on the Facebook page, and she can direct them to exactly where to send them their donations towards the Scarecrow invasion.
Okay. Now, with the volunteers, like you said, they would just go to your Facebook page and email. Is that what you said, or just connect with you that way?
Yes, by email. Yes.
By email. Now, are you looking for adults, kids? Does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter. It could be kids. I don't think you want kids too young, but yes, adults and high school students or public school students, that would be great.
Now, would any of the if a high school student volunteered, would that go towards their the way they have to volunteer?
Yes, the community hours.
Yeah.
Yes, it would. And I always suggest to kids in school to get their hours collected to make it easier. A few hours here now and then makes it count quicker. So.
Oh, okay. So that's good to know. So the kids can get their
Letter recommend.
Yeah, like that would go towards their community hours.
Yes.
So you mentioned that there were some contests other than I keep wanting to say pie eating. It's apple pie baking contest. What other contests are there?
There's the trivia contest, the first one this year.
Oh, right. I see that here on the website. There's a trivia. Is there what kind of prize is there for that one?
There is a gift box or a gift basket. Okay. The radio station, The Light 99.3, starting yesterday, they are asking people, listeners, to listen to the radio and find a question each day until September 12th.
Okay. So there's that one, and they can enter that on the website. Now, I just want to clarify when the craft show is. It is now. You say it's not until the following weekend, but
yes, I believe it's October 6th.
October 6th.
Yeah, the following week after.
October 1st and 2nd. I think I have it here.
Okay. So maybe that's.
So I think it's October 1st and 2nd. We just want to make sure our viewers know when it is.
Yes.
His wife is in it. So it's October 1st and 2nd.
Okay. Well, I was wrong. So.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure our viewers know the right date of that.
Yes.
So I guess we can just tell our viewers then that if they need any information about any of the details about the Scarecrow invasion, go to the website, go to the Facebook page. If they want to volunteer, by all means, check that out and contact you. It's going to be a great time. If you want to donate money, you can donate it for next year, and we'll all see you there at the parade or making pies and entering that. Thank you for joining me here, Sherman, on Community Close-Up. And remember, it's your community, so take part. And remember, COVID isn't over yet, so wear a mask, wash your hands, and do take precautions. That's just my point of view. And join us again here on Rogers TV. Bye for now. Take care.
Call the Rogers TV Viewer Response Line. Email us or connect with us on social media.
Don't forget to tune in to Grey County Life on Rogers TV.
Next week, we're going to have a singer-musician, Morgan X. Berry. Join us.
Sports fans know Sundays are for football. That's why you need NFL Sunday tickets. With NFL Sunday Ticket, you'll get